Good morning. My name is Shaheen Moinian. I'm the president of ICC Evaluation Service. Members of the ICC board, members of the Innovation Research Lab board, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have with us today Mr. Dominic Sims, the CEO of International Code Council, and Mr. Mike Lousier, the president and CEO of Innovation Research Labs, to sign a historic cooperation agreement in order to offer a one-stop product testing, certification, evaluation, and listing service to manufacturers of products, materials, and methods in the built environment. With that, I welcome Mr. Sims and Mr. Lousier to the stage. At this point, I would like to welcome Mr. Sims to say a few words.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is certainly an auspicious event. I can't tell you how excited I am on behalf of our team at ICC to be here with you, Mike, and everyone at Innovation Research Lab. This has been at the minimum of a year in the making, and I'm certain it's going to transform both of our businesses in ways we haven't even thought of yet. I also want to recognize a couple individuals that have made the trip today to help us celebrate. First, Cashel Chevy, President and Chairman of the ICC Board of Directors, Dwayne Garris, Vice President of the ICC Board, and Bill Bryant, member of our Board of Directors. Thank you, all three of you, for being here today. And I also want to thank Jeff Bechtel. And Jeff holds a special place in this event because Jeff is the chairman of our Evaluation Services Board of Managers. And without Jeff's support and the support of the Board of Managers, today would not have happened. So thank you, Jeff, for your leadership there. You know, ICC-ES has about 50 years of tradition of helping clients achieve market acceptance. And it's critical because if you understand what a manufacturer does, they invest a lot of time and resources to getting their product refined and getting it to market. And without the help of ES, that burden is a lot harder. And what we have found through listening to our clients is that we really need to help them get to market faster. I mean, all you have to do is look around today and see how fast the business community is moving. And we can no longer afford to take weeks and weeks and months and years for products to get to market. To make buildings safer and more sustainable, we have to help manufacturers get there faster. And that's why we're so thrilled about this partnership with Innovation Research Lab, because we understand that by helping to get clients tested and certified or listed or an evaluation report issued, we're going to help them get to the market faster and help them be able to serve their customers better. So Mike, I particularly want to thank you for your cooperation and the work that you've done with our team. I want to challenge our team, whether you're here today or you're listening through the internet. We need your support to make this the great venture that we know it's going to be. So again, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Shaheen. Look forward to celebrating with everyone for the rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominic. Now I would like to invite Mr. Lousier to say a few things. Mike?
For those of you who may not be all that familiar with home innovation, let me just give you a little bit of background, and it'll feed into why it's so important, this agreement is so important to us. Our company is 50 years old. Our mission is to improve the quality of the built environment. We want houses, the houses we live in and the buildings we work in to be safer, to be more environmentally efficient, to be more durable, to last longer, and to be affordable for the people that live and work to them. As Dominic mentioned, it can be a daunting process for a product manufacturer to introduce new product into the marketplace. There's a host of regulatory issues. There's a host of code issues. And there's a host of market research questions that only recently product manufacturers are starting to ask. What makes us, I think, a little bit different than some of the other third parties out there is we have a unique suite of products and services that help integrate that. 10 years ago, we did a groundbreaking for this building. And the business plan that underpinned that had a big, audacious idea. I think every business plan has a big, audacious idea. And our big, audacious idea was to become, we're a relatively small agency. And our stated purpose in our plan was to become the preeminent third-party test lab servicing the built environment. That's what we set out to do. We had a second objective in that. To do that, we had to provide a unique service offering. And so through a very detailed, comprehensive planning and strategic planning process with our board of directors, we designed this unique facility. And here's what makes it unique. We're the only agency that's integrated product testing lab, third-party independent product testing with a sophisticated market research lab. And it results in an amazing experience where we have market research informed design, which then informs market research. And we know from our clients, product development is a never-ending process, and all too often, they've been separated. Well, what we've decided to do is unify that, and that's the embodiment of what this building is. So it is a perfect backdrop against which to launch this relationship. So when we started with this big, audacious idea, and we wanted to become a preeminent third-party test lab, we didn't, at that time, envision having such a cooperative relationship with ICC and ICC-ES. And I will tell you, it marks, in my judgment, a major milestone in us accomplishing that objective of becoming the preeminent third-party and market research lab servicing the built environment. We couldn't be more pleased to be in this relationship. We thank you all for being here, and you have our commitment on behalf of every employee here that we will set the standard for our mutual clients in customer service, rigorous work, and I think your engineers are going to see better test plans and more efficient process, and most importantly, our mutual clients are going to have a broader array of products to address the building science questions and their customer needs. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate this relationship. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. And this is the time, Mr. Sims and Mr. Lousier are going to sign the cooperation contract. Well, this is a fantastic moment in the life of both of the organizations. It's a historic moment. What I was going to ask is, at this point, I'm going to introduce Mr. Tom Kenny of the Innovation Research Lab. He's the Vice President of Engineering and Research, to the stage. Come on over, Tom.
Well, I'm the closer, it turns out to be. So thank you all, everyone, for being here. I will be the main point of contact for this new venture. Although we have many staff here who will be supporting me, but I will be the main point of contact. So any needs, please give me a call. So I wanted to thank everyone for joining us today in this celebration. This is a very important venture to us, as was outlined by Dominic and Mike, and I wanted to thank Shaheen as well for his efforts in this. It took a little bit over a year, maybe almost 2 years, but we're very excited about this. So this really marks the end of the ceremony, so thank you very much for joining us. For those here, we have lunch prepared, so please join us in the lobby. And anyone who is interested in having a tour, join me side stage over here, and I'll give you a tour. You can avoid the long lines for lunch. So thank you very much.